page 275, we are going to write percentages as fractions and decimals. Let's take a look at our unlock the problem. I hear groans already. This is unbelievably easy. Trust me. I'll show you the way that they do it in the book, and then I'll show you my shortcut. Carlos eats bananas, eats a banana, an orange, and a blueberry muffin for breakfast. Man. He eats 3 muffins, or is it?
A blueberry.
Or is it a blueberry orange banana muffin? I would think those wouldn't go well together.
He eats 3 muffins every morning.
Okay. What fraction of the daily value of vitamin C does each item contain? So we have a little chart there. Banana, orange, blueberry. And our vitamin C content, 15% in the banana. The orange has 113%. And the blueberry is
0.5.
how much?
0.5.
0.5. Hey, you know what I just realized? He eats a banana.
Yeah, the actual fruit.
He eats an orange, and he eats a blueberry muffin.
You don't understand.
It's not a banana muffin. It's not an orange muffin. There's no such thing as orange muffins. Okay, so he eats 2 pieces of fruit and a muffin. That's probably more logical. Alright, so our vitamin C. Vitamin C is found in citrus fruits. Like oranges, lemons, limes.
Pineapples. Apples?
Probably.
Apples.
Not apple. There is vitamin C in apples, but it's not a citrus fruit. So citrus fruits have high content of vitamin C, which is why you see 113%. Bananas, not as much vitamin C. Bananas, they have potassium, vitamin K. Blueberry muffin, it's bread with blueberries, so not a whole lot going on there. Write each of these as a fraction. Well, as a review from yesterday, the word percent means what? For every 100. So if I say that the banana is 15%, that's 15 out of 100. Now what we're going to do, we're going to reduce these. 15 out of 100. We should reduce that because it doesn't sit right with me. It is not already reduced, Max. If it ends in a 5 and it ends in a 0, I can absolutely take a 5 out of it. How many 5s are in 15?
3.
20.
How many 5s are in 100?
20.
Is that reduced? 3 over 20?
Yes.
3 is a prime number, which means?
No, lower.
What are the 2 factors of 3?
1
is
and 3. 20 is not a prime number, but is 3 a factor of 20?
No.
2 plus 0.
If we do the prime factorization,
No, because
2 plus 0 is 2.
2, 2, 5. 3 is not a factor. 3 over 20 is reduced in simplest form.
If we do 2 plus 0, it's 30.
That's our banana.
Yeah.
Orange! Wait a second.
That's more than a whole.
Okay. He said it's more than a whole. What do you think?
I think it is.
113%. You ever hear those people say, you got to give 110%? You have to give more than is physically possible?
No, that isn't.
Oh, we gotta get 200%.
Let's talk 113%. Isn't it still percent? So it's for every 100. So 113
10 by 10.
over 100. If I were to grid this,
But
how many grids would I require?
2.
2 grids. One of them would be completely filled, 100.
And then 1 row of 3 blocks.
So if we want to turn this into a fraction,
1 is
we can't look at it as 113. We have to look at it as
13.
100 over 100 plus 13 over 100. Follow me? Because I know, Sean, 100 over 100,
It's a whole.
that's a whole, that's 1. So this is going to become 1.
And 1300.
Is that reduced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13.
Isn't 13 a prime number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
13 and
Makes sense.
1 and 1300ths.
Now we're going decimals.
Question.
Fractions.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Wait, why you have to make that into like a larger?
Why do I have to do this?
Yeah.
Because it's bigger than 100.
Oh.
If it's bigger than 100, our goal here, we want to get as many 1s as possible. So let me do another one. 256%.
Need to get charged for that.
You need 3 charts.
Isn't it still 256 over 100, Roger? Okay.
You can also reduce it.
So how many of these would I have? I'd have 2 of them. Here's 100. Here's 200. And what's left?
56 or 3300.
1 plus 1 plus, that's not reduced.
50.
56 divided by
33.
2 is not 33.
Oh, 23.
Not 22. Nope. How many times does 2 go into 5, Max?
Oh, it's 28.
28 over 50, which still isn't reduced.
That's 14/25.
14 25ths.
Divided by.
That's reduced.
Yes.
So my answer here is 2 and 14 25ths.
You know what? Is there a shortcut to that one?
Is there a shortcut to this one?
Yes.
Let me show you.
It's not doing that.
If it is bigger than 100, here's what I'm going to do.
Oh.
Ah.
It's 1 and 1300ths, and then that's reduced. 256 over 100, I'm going to get rid of this 2. I'm going to put it right here. 2 and 56 over 100. That takes care of these,
You gotta
So
reduce.
instead of.
but I still have to reduce.
Shortcut.
Oh, 'cause
I like it. Question?
You got 14 over 14 over 25. And then that equals 14.
Well, the 2, this was from the 100 over 100 plus 100 over 100. Remember I erased those? If you have a number that is bigger than 100 here, you can take that digit that's in the hundredths place, put it out front, and reduce.
Unless it's already reduced.
Let's try one more tricky one. We kind of got tripped up yesterday on this half. Remember that?
Yeah.
How do we shade in half a box? 0.5%. That's still 0.5 over 100, right? Because percent means for every 100. But I really can't have a decimal up there in my numerator. So if how do I get rid of it? Your book says
Decimals.
multiply by 10.
Oh, then it's 5.
But whatever I do to the top, I must also
It's a lot.
do to the bottom.
Oh, so now we're on a cube instead of a square.
So now it's no longer 0.5, it's 5. Because when you multiply by tens, dealing with decimals, they just go away. 0.5 times 10 is 5. What's 10? Oh, it's 100 times 10.
1,000. That's easy.
But that's not reduced.
Divided by
1, 2,
Divide by 5. What's 5 divided by 5? What's 1,000 divided by 5?
200.
200. So half a percent is 1/200th. If we're talking 15%, we're talking 3/20ths in reduced form. 113% becomes 1 and
1300.
13/100ths. 0.5% is 1/200th. So in order to get the recommended amount of vitamin C, if he eats only blueberry muffins for the day, he has to eat 200 of them to get what the government says you're supposed to have for vitamin C each day. It's a lot of muffins.
For 5 times 5 equals 5. If you put a 0, it doesn't make a difference.
Wait, say that again?
Because you put 5 times 10.
0.5 times 10. Yeah, when you multiply 10 by 0.5, you get 50, but don't forget you have one decimal place here you got to account for. That's the cool thing about multiplying by decimals and dividing by, or multiplying and dividing by tens when we have decimals. You just move your decimal point. Questions about this?
Oh boy.
We're not quite there yet. On page 277, let's look at 6, 7, and 8.
Are we doing it or you?
I keep forgetting you guys aren't this tall.
I am.
I am.
Alright.
Three volunteers. 1, 2, 3.
You got some tears.
Okay, so number 6, 17% turns into 17 over 100. 17 a prime number?
Yes. No.
Huh?
No.
You're the one who did it.
No. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna.
Is 17 prime? You have a prime factorization chart. Is it divisible by 2? Is it divisible by 3?
No.
4? 5? 6?
No.
Well, if 2 and 3 are out, 6 is out. 7?
Dunzo.
I don't know. 8?
No.
I don't know. 9?
17 prime.
17's prime.
Doesn't matter what
17%, 17 over 100, you're done. Number 7, 20%. Gabby, still 20 over 100, right? I see you reduced by 2. That's good, because they're both even, but you can reduce bigger. When you reduce by 2, you got 10 over 50, and then you reduce by 10. You could reduce by 20 altogether, and you get 1/5. Number 8, 125%. I like what you did there, Brenna. You did 125 equals 1 over, oh my gosh, 1 and 25 over 100. The 25 over 100 you can reduce it by 25, but you did 5, so that's fine. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 100 divided by 5 is 20, and then you reduce that by 5 again, 1/4. 125% written as a fraction is 1 and 1/4. 125% is 1 and 1/4. 125%, think of it as 100% and 25%. 100% of something is the whole thing, right? 1. 25%, 25 out of 100, 1/4. Next on our list of things to talk about %. What is it as a decimal? Well, first thing you have to do, turn it into a fraction. 72 over 100. Then it says oh no, your book does do it the easy way. Letter A, they do it the easy way. Letter B, they do it the hard way. 4%. This is letter B. 4% becomes what? 4 over 100. Now your book says do this. It's 4 divided by 100.
What?
It's 0.4.
It's not 0.4. Common mistake.
Point 0.04.
I'm not going to teach you this. I'm going to show you my way. The way that I learned it when I was a youngster. Back in the day.
.04.
If you want to turn a percent into a decimal, do some magic.
Get rid of it.
You erase this.
Ah.
You erase this.
Oh, no.
You fill this in.
Oh, no.
Then you move it 2 times. 1, 2.
Oh.
You erase this. You erase this. You fill this in, and you move it 2 times. 1. Uh-oh.
Point
You guys
Add
are
zero.
Oh, add a placeholder. 2.
Also, single digits have to move twice. Double digits.
They all have to move twice, Max. But if we're talking 1%, 2%, 3%, all the way up to 9%, you're going to have a 0 in front of them.
That's what I'm
Or what if we have something like this? 4.3%. And I say make that into a decimal. Does the concept change?
It's
No,
gonna
You
have
still move it twice.
Still left.
1, 2.
0.043.
43,000.
If you want to turn a percentage into a decimal, you just move the decimal point twice. That's it. I don't even know what they're showing you here. Divide? 4 divided by 100? Letter C, 25.81%. If we did it the book way, it'd be 25.81 over 100. But you can't have decimals here, so you have to multiply it by 100. So you add more zeros there, and then you would. What? Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Watch. Ready? 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 Wait for it. Roger, wait for it. You look sleepy today, son. Okay. Do you need to stand up? Okay. Sometimes when you stand up, it gets the blood flowing. Okay. Wait for this. Ready? 25.81% turned into a decimal.
Oh no.
Wow. Hey, let's take a look at 12, 13, 14 in your book. 89%, 30%, 2%.
That's not hard.
That's pretty easy.
3 volunteers. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
89%. 0.89.
Correct.
30%. She put 0.30. Is that correct?
Yes.
What if she had just put 0.3?
She's still correct.
Because
It's just a placeholder.
Zero doesn't matter.
it's not a placeholder. What kind of zero is it?
Imaginary.
No. No such
Oh
thing.
my God.
Extraneous. Extraneous zeros, there's extra, we don't need them necessarily. Lastly, 2%. I really like that she said 0.02. Who did that?
Erica.
Nice job.
It can be 0.02.
Oh my gosh, we have less than 2 minutes left in the class period. Homework time!
What?
Hey, do you have any questions? Seriously though. Yes, ma'am.
How do you turn a decimal into a fraction?
How do you turn a decimal into a fraction?
Yeah. Just divide.
I don't think we do that. That's an old lesson. We did that. If you have 0.25, to turn that into a fraction, you just say it. So, Olivia, you asked me a question and you ignore me. How do you say that number? 25, what position is this in? 100, so it's 25 hundredths. So if it's 0.25 and you want to turn it into a fraction, 25 hundredths, then you reduce it. I don't think we have to do that though. Here's what I want you to do for homework. Page 277. 277.
We're gonna be
6 through 19. And page 279. 2 through 14. Hey, I hear lots of groans. First of all, we did 6 of them. Second of all, really? Really?
That's a lot of homework.
Okay, it's not a lot of homework because look, number 12, it said 89%. Here's what you write down, 0.89.